Hello there, and welcome to this morning's devotion. Today's reading comes from Exodus chapter 20, verse 8, where we read, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy." This is the fourth commandment. Now, I think that for most of us today, this seems like a very odd commandment. In fact, I would think it'd be even fair to say that most Christians don't even know whether or not we are able to keep this commandment, or whether or not we've broken it. I mean, if someone were to ask you, have you kept the Sabbath day holy today? I think perhaps you'd probably have a confused look on your face, wondering what this person was even talking about, right? And yet, directly after the commandment, where God forbids us from taking his name in vain, we read that we ought to keep the Sabbath day holy. The Lord believes that, keeping the Sabbath day holy is so important that he decided to include it as one of his 10 commandments. But what does it mean for us today, and how do we tend to keep the Sabbath day holy? Typically, Christians today, we still do keep that Sabbath day holy by reserving one day out of the week to rest and worship God. Of course, this is typically done on Sundays, not on Saturdays like how the Jews did it many years ago. Now, it should be stated, of course, that this verse is a commandment, but it's also a principle. Perhaps, of course, you're forced to work on Sundays and therefore can't attend church. However, you should still be able to reserve or set aside one day out of the week to ensure that you deepen and strengthen your relationship with God. Because in truth, we should all at least have one day out of the week to worship God. Unfortunately, though, in our world today, many of us tend to be so busy, and it can be so difficult to even actually get a day off or take one day out of the week to actually unwind and unplug from all that we have going on. Even when we don't have to work, we still work on other projects we have going, or we'll meet up with friends, or we'll plug into the internet or the news, or whatever it is that tends to keep us occupied. We always manage to stay busy. And of course, there's nothing wrong with being busy. However, there is something wrong with being too busy for God. Because if we're too busy for God and, we have too many other things going on, then, we can't set aside time to worship him. And that would therefore make us guilty of breaking this commandment. So, today, on this Sunday, make sure to take time to rest, to unplug from the internet and from the news and all these world events that are going on, and just try to focus on the one who made not just the Sabbath, but all the other days holy as well. For this is the day that the Lord hath made. And with that, my friends, rejoice and have a blessed Sunday. Thank you for tuning in this morning.